Now we don't know if that's actually going to work.
Hopefully, there's
Let me see if
sound.
I can. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out here in a second.
We're about to
I'll put
find
this
out,
up
but we
here so
have
we can at least
sound
tell
over
that.
here.
How's that? Let me get rid of this.
Oh, Lebanon's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Lebanon's good.
How's that? Is that good?
Well, hello there, everybody.
Yeah. Maybe we can. We'll see if the sound works now.
Does sound work? Do we have sound?
I hope so.
Do we have sound over here? Oh, I know we have sound.
Yeah. No, it's showing the little bar thingy. So yeah, I think it got sound.
It wasn't showing the little bar thing.
I don't think it was. I don't think it
I
was.
don't think it was either.
Yep. Oh,
you know what we do? You know what we are missing over there?
What?
That little filter thing, because that was pretty cool.
So hopefully you can hear us now. If you can't, let us know. If you guys want to call in.
Now I look regular. Regular, not unleaded. Regular. Forgive me while I self-judge for 5 minutes.
No.
Look at me. Just a mess. That's okay. I'm ready for bed. It's the truth. That's the truth.
Okay. So can you?
Oh, it's bad there, but it's close to home.
Yeah.
It's like a double-edged sword there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what I mean. All right.
All right. So
well, I'm going to be looking in funny places.
It looks like we got it working.
YouTube, because I'm over here engaging in TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok land. Uh-oh. No, I'm going
And anybody in TikTok, if you want to call us again, that number is 513. Sorry, you probably can't see me. 513-399-7718.
Call in, ask us a question. 513.
Yep. Can you hear us okay over there on YouTube?
I don't even remember. He just said it. It's fine.
513-399-7718. It's like I got to peek.
Oh, you're not going to visit him up there?
So,
do you write him a lot? You talk to him a lot? Hopefully. It gets lonely sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
we aren't allowed.
Oh, got it. The co thing on it. Figured it out. Co thing. Got it. Okay. All right, TikTok. Hello, YouTube. Who we got on YouTube? We got anybody on YouTube?
Not yet. It looks like, well, we've had some technical
Where's
difficulties.
our posse on YouTube? Wasn't Danny here?
Danny was here. He may come back. I don't know. We'll see.
Danny, we need you. We need your technologically sound.
No, I've got the sound part. I mean, once we switched off one, but I don't know how much better it is.
Well, that's okay.
So I'm just going to turn up
I'm already
our mic volume. So hopefully you can hear me a little better.
I'm already yawning.
All right. So
thank you
hopefully
for the
they
gifts
can hear
over here, TikTok.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was Mike.
We have weird dogs.
Yeah, he was just whatever.
You guys hear it? Could you guys hear it?
He was doing is what he's doing.
Can they see you on TikTok? Can you guys see Lee on TikTok?
Can y'all see me?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Did y'all see me?
See me.
Y'all
so I am going to do some card readings over here, y'all. So,
nice.
If you are so inclined, YouTube. Where are YouTube people?
Well, it's Monday night. Monday night. This is a very rare time for us.
Speaking of Monday night, though, Monday night is a good night with this trial run of our new podcast we have coming out, YouTube and TikTok. What up, Kenny? On here shooting the shit, doing what we do. It's the first time in TikTok.
Is that Mr. Hester?
It's Mr. Hester.
Oh, hey, Mr. Hester. How you doing?
Mr. Hester. Tell Madison to text me tomorrow. Thank you.
Get it out the way.
All right. Okay. We're going to figure out what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
And
going to message on Instagram and let them know we were here, but I can wait.
all right, we're doing a lot. Here we go. Here come our YouTube people. We've been
Well, it
waiting.
could be our stream kept coming up and going down, coming up. You know, it's like what we get the vortex that Sandra now, and we're just in. It's just
Dude,
now coming to us. This retrograde was horrible. Look, it went from
dude.
5 to 1. So it
This
could be,
retrograde
we could
was
still,
a nightmare, y'all. Look, we're not really big astrology people. We're just not, right? We have people for that. Retrograde, let's just narrow it down to Mercury, right? Because there's other planets doing all wonky things too. But when Mercury goes into retrograde, it normally doesn't affect us. As a matter of fact, a lot of times it's really good to us, right?
right.
We get opposite effect.
Man,
But this one, child,
the retrograde was insane.
I think Satan himself made this retrograde and sent it up like and aimed it at us.
Well,
And Sandra and Alan.
it aimed at that connection, but it aimed at that connection to strengthen those connections.
Right.
And if you were not in connection, it was quite the or it was the awakening, or it was, there's so many variables to why those things go the way they do. But usually what happens, I think what was happening for us was every last little thing in connection that we were disconnected from had to be fully connected.
Right.
So it's almost like you come into a clearing. At least that's what it felt like. The more I sat in what I felt versus what I was thinking about what it was, because your thoughts attack everything you feel, and then you get to decide whether or not
if
that's
you
necessary.
fought with the person you're connected to
Or
or
you
love with or you're with, if you and your significant other have been at each other's throats for about a month now, it should be coming to an end. The crescendo was the weekend. If your electronics aren't working, everything's frustrating. Like you pick up your keys, you drop them on the floor. When you bend over to pick them up, you lose your glasses and your hat. You bend over to pick up your hat, you step on your glasses. I mean, it's a hot mess.
It really
type
is.
of shit. Like printers aren't working, car batteries are dying. There so much shit goes on when that damn planet is in retrograde. And I'm talking about Mercury because I don't know much about other retrogrades, right? A lot of times we're instructed on what to watch out for, what you know what I mean. We all probably know that we don't sign major documents or do much financially when it's during retrograde. We typically don't try to plan a wedding during retrograde or a vacation during retrograde or anything like that. But normally, if you don't know it's coming and you get on vacation, you wonder why everything went wrong. Well, we didn't pay attention to what was going on in the stars, but that's okay because I didn't for a very long time either. But this particular one was too much. It acted up way too much. It gave us way too much attitude we didn't need. And I'm telling you, especially those of you who have watched us for a very long time, even Lee and I were at each other way more than
sorry, I'll need to
we
plug
normally
that in.
than we normally are. You know what I mean? Not that, I mean, this retrograde brought out just a lot of truth, right? Just, it was very, it actually worked a lot on, not me especially, but many other people, on things that you just hold in that you don't let go of. Right? That you don't want to let go of, that you hold in your file. A lot of this retrograde was vomiting all that out. and there's a lot of change energy coming. A lot of change energy coming. And I know that, there's a lot of change coming with the new year. So there always is when there's a new year. However, Lee and I have never made um, New Year's resolutions. This year is different. I'm definitely doing that. Putting some of those into place already,
Okay.
right? So, a lot of change.
Ah,
A
you
lot of
can hear
change.
us. Okay, nice, Danny.
Yay,
Thank
can
you.
hear us.
Dr. J Astrology and Metaphysics. Hey guys,
Well,
what's up,
hello,
doctor? If y'all want to call in, y'all can call in. The phone number is listed there.
It's
Um,
513-399-7718.
Yes.
513-399-7718.
And what we'll do is we'll just allow everybody to hear it because
Yeah.
we're streaming both on YouTube and
on TikTok. Yep.
What's going on? Just followed you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Let's see what's happening. All right. So
Is that Joanne? Is that how it's
I don't
pronounced?
know
Okay.
how it's pronounced, but hi.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the retrograde from a connection standpoint, it was almost like if you finally have to come to that conclusion, whether you've decided that you're going to go with your gut, or you're going to listen to your heart, or you're going to listen to your mind. This retrograde was get out of your mind and get into your gut, not your heart, because your gut's going to tell you a whole lot more about things that you really should be paying attention to in the first place. And if you struggled with that, this retrograde was hell. Yeah, it was just overactive mind, overactive attack. It was crazy. Yeah, thankfully, even though Mercury was in detriment, making it a little more challenging, as well as Jupiter. However, being in each other's signs, mutual reception, ease some of the challenges. Well, I'm a Libra and she's a Gemini. So you can only imagine trying to balance the two people was a real challenge this month.
It was a real challenge this month.
I'm putting the baby to bed, 5 a.m. flight to North Carolina tomorrow. Oh, you
wait
going
a
to North
minute.
Carolina?
Are you all going?
Oh, man.
Why didn't you tell us?
You didn't tell us who's going to North
Can't
Carolina.
go to the States and not tell us?
Yeah, that's how he does it.
Man, I'm sick of him.
I was dubbing that it was bringing quickly
quirky blessings.
True,
Blessings, though?
true. I would say, yeah,
Blessings,
I can see that.
I don't feel blessed.
Well, no, when we looked, we went, wait, that was weird, because we looked and it didn't look like that.
Yeah,
but it was weird. Yeah,
yeah. And like I said, we're just not astrologists. We're just not astrology people. But, I I know that this one was the roughest one. I know that Sandra talks a lot about a convergence, and
nice day.
I feel that. I feel that. Whole family, he said.
Oh, the whole family.
Oh man, I'm about sick of him not telling us he's coming to the United States. We could have met in the middle.
Blessings in ways you wouldn't expect.
True. That's true. That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Well, I believe we get the majority of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been kind of just winging it for the last few years, and we keep. It's been unexpected the whole time.
When we get bored, I blow something up, or get
you try to die,
or something. Try to die one way.
She tries to die. She tries to lead the connection to death. She doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to cruise.
My
with
favorite
me.
pastime.
You don't want to cruise with me through the next, because
teeter on the edge of death.
One of the stranger parts of being in this connection is the no concept of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have time, she does, and then sometimes she doesn't have time and I do. It's the strangest thing, but we found that was really a lot of the last couple of weeks.
You're wagging your tail and the whole table's shaking.
Hey, Mike.
And we love you.
Mike hasn't been on camera in a long time.
Yeah, he has.
So,
just here
blessings.
Cameron, call Mike, please.
We still have a little bit of the after effects from the full moon too. Yeah, because I heard this. What was this full moon about? Because it really seemed it was really a big thing yesterday.
Yeah.
They're talking about it. I guess it's like another.
Because it wasn't the last day of retrograde too. Mercury came direct today, right? And then I don't know. I heard K Moon say something about all kinds of mess.
Mm.
That's what we'll call it, y'all. All kinds of mess.
India.
Where's India? Oh, speaking of
She's
India,
on TikTok.
those are her cards.
Oh, there they are.
I love them.
Yeah.
They are my favorite.
Oh, we can invite her to join
to read from now. Huh?
I didn't know that they did that. I've never seen that before. That's the first time I've ever seen that come up. I didn't
and
know
what?
they did that.
Hang on. I'm moving.
Gemini full moon, all about big clarity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big clarity.
Yeah.
Big clarity. Yeah, guys, I read from these cards all the time. That's India. She's over on TikTok. These are my favorite cards, by the way, India. I do most all my own personal readings from them every morning. And Lee too.
Yep. Absolutely. We still have a little bit of, okay, so he said a lot of themes around details, big picture, being revalued. Oh, hi, it's Brooke this time,
Brooke?
not Danny. Oh, hi, Brooke. God, we haven't seen you in forever. How you been, girl? How's mommyhood?
Way to go, telling us you were coming to the States.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was better. I got it out, though.
Thank you, Sherry. That means more to me than words can say, said India.
Yeah, I love them. They are my favorite. They are my favorite.
So we got, it looks like 11. Ooh, it's 11 and a 2.
Okay.
Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to know that we have the Ministry of Connection. We are going to be doing some really cool stuff.
Ministry of Connection, guys.
We are actually in the finishing touches of our retreat room, which I'm sure you'll talk about more later. But it's really cool. We're going to really go big or go home.
Yeah, we actually use drywall.
Yeah.
No, we did. We are finishing a very special room that we are going to use for our retreats, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about that here in a little bit. We're just right now at least cleaning my glasses so I can see. So yeah, this retrograde, let me tell you. So it started with me and Lee in a pretty big blow up, and I walked 4.5 miles home. And that wasn't a good start into the retrograde.
Nope. That's that they're waiting for her to come back, thinking she's gonna come back. She went all the way home. I was like, damn, you're a bigger man than me. I ought to turn my butt around and got back in that truck like, I'm waiting.
4.5 miles home in 45 minutes.
Yeah,
I walked in 45 minutes in boots.
Yeah.
And crossed the interstate.
Right.
I did. Be retrograde.
There you go.
And then let's see, the closet blew up. It didn't blow up. The closet, the people who lived here before didn't know what a stud was. So they just, anyway. It's not the first time it fell since we moved in, but this time it just needs redone. So we're going to be doing that in the next few days. So nevertheless, the closet fell. I got a virus that was so bad. It was so bad.
Trying to take you out.
In between the virus and the closet. Through almost the entire retrograde, we had a house full of workers coming in and out. And there was drywall dust everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere there's drywall dust. And so that was a night, just drywall dust in and out. These are little things I understand. I get
Andy
it.
Said, I've been manifesting a retreat at your house for 9 years now.
Oh, wow.
And then Brooke said the retrograde was all over Danny. Poor guy.
Oh, yeah. 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 It was ugly.
The toilet bombs broke. The toilet broke several times. Mm-hmm. Danny's plow. Sarah Lynn sucked twice. And Danny's sick once. So, sick. Okay. So Sarah, man. So yeah. So you just kind of walked through that one. So Brooke, that means right now you're probably feeling this full moon. Then. She's got to be feeling that. It's got to be an interesting experience.
I'm just the whole thing was ugly, and we're glad it's gone. It's like that one aunt at Christmas time that comes over, right? And you just need her to go home, right? Because that aunt has every opinion in the whole world, and I don't have an aunt like that. But if I did, I wouldn't have her over.
True. True.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Who else is here? Let's see who's here and what's happening over here on TikTok. Why, hi TikTok. Hello, Bobby Jones.
Danny has an earache. I told him
Danny
that's
has an
because he
earache.
doesn't listen.
And that could be it.
Or it could be that he's been feeling all kinds of things and he's not paying attention that he needs you to listen.
Oh,
So
for sure.
his ear could be clogging up because it's trying to tell you that he needs to stop and he needs to say, hey, I need to share how I'm feeling. If he's not doing that, then his ear will keep clogging up. The other way, it probably will. That's usually what happens to us, right? Like
Yeah.
it's the ear. When the ear clogs up, it's usually you're stuffing stuff down and not speaking, so you don't feel. Anyway,
Mhm.
just feel into that, and then ask him, "Hey, are you feeling something that you're not sharing?" All retrogrades are all about retracing steps, but with Mercury, it's about past information and details.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
Yeah.
That was real. That was real over the
You
past
hear
month.
that, babe?
Over the
Brooke, you
over
walking
the
out.
over the past month, it's been a nightmare.
Yeah.
And spot on
Mm.
that. Spot on that.
Tap the cotton ball out your ear and turn up your phone. Yeah, because remember he first came on, he said, I can't hear
Can't hear
anything.
you.
I
Yeah.
can't hear
I
anything.
can't. Maybe
He did come in here and say that, but then we had somebody come in behind him and say, yeah, but you don't hear you. So we came
I
from
think
a
the
different-
volume was fine. Danny just couldn't hear.
Or
That's
it could
not
be
true.
that
That's not true.
Danny may be feeling like he's not being listened to by people he's connected to. That could be the big thing too. It could have been his direction here shot our volume out. Next thing, energy's a funny thing in connection. So I guess if you, I don't know. I guess
We had the drywall dust. We had drills going, hammering, freaking.
It was fun.
All that shit was happening. My son's grades were great. In retrograde, they just fell apart. I can keep going. I don't want to spend the whole time talking to you about our retrograde
Retrograde blues.
Yes, that. This happened.
with Jupiter retrograde
That happened.
grade involved. It's how those small details were impacting the bigger picture and long-term goals.
I was analogizing the tree the other day, if you remember, like, okay, so we were tracing something down. I forget what it was. Like, so I'm like, okay, the anger is a branch. I'm trying to get to the trunk. Like, what is the anger a branch of, right? And what it usually comes down to is hurt in any way, shape, or form is the trunk. So what is that called? Just connecting that, tracking it down, right?
Yeah.
Going from the branches to the trunk to find out what, where we contracted that infection.
and there's contraction in the infection, but there's also, is our soil bad?
Right.
Because sometimes it's about not so much your roots, it's where you buried your roots. If you bury them in a specific soil, like you can bury your roots in the soil that says, I never pay attention to my pain in front of people who love me or friends or family. I always keep my pain or my hurt to myself. When you have a root like that, you got bad soil, because the soil is going to keep you locked in there, and you don't see that you're rejecting everybody around you. The way you take it is nobody wants to know about your pain or your hurt, or that they're not going to care, or you'll become a burden. You'll come through that whole psychological, let me take my mind and attack my feelings moment. You've never let the one thing that you should let happen to you happen. And that is, stop letting your thinking happen to your feelings and start letting feeling happen to your thinking. That's going to make a huge difference in your life. Thank you for that reflection on that, Lee. Appreciate your point of view. I think you're talking about Danny. And the uprooting, that's the hard part. It's not even so much that you got to uproot, it's that when you go into the soil to see if the soil is bad, the soil is your belief system. The soil says that whatever you're going through, that's the soil. The root is what's going to be triggered in that feeling. And then when it goes up into the tree, like Sherry's saying, the trunk and all of the branches are going to be your thoughts. And those thoughts lead you away from the feeling, whereas you should sit more time in the feelings and then let yourself deliver the thoughts. Because if you sit in your feelings long enough, you just might connect to yourself. Easy to do, hard to do at the same time. The challenge is, do you know how to do that with people who love you? Do you know how to let somebody love you when you're in pain? Not an easy thing to do. And, you know, when we're doing this, we're coming up with the syllabus for this retreat. And we know that that's got to be the meat of it. How do you get somebody into that space so they can heal really fast? It's not really fast, but it can be done if they are open to the questions that can be asked and how they'll answer those questions. Most of the time, the body will give you your own reaction, and usually we will all experience that reaction at the same time and go, "Ooh, did you see what you just did?" People move back people's heads. Your body will always tell the truth, which is a very powerful thing when it comes to connection.
Let me spirit just I'm going to touch on that. I want to see what we got going on TikTok real quick. It's India. She says, I don't know exactly what y'all did, but you have given me massive healing over the past week or so. You know, I'm going to tell you what we did. We took that retrograde energy that we were having, we took it out on y'all.
And you had it coming, girlfriend. You shouldn't even put
we
it.
Did.
But at the same time,
we don't even feel bad about it.
I think one of the most beautiful things you can help somebody see is that they don't need help, they need healing.
She did that. She said, I'm so grateful and in love.
Yeah. Oh, well, hallelujah. She said, over here we have, do you guys believe that both twins are the same soul incarnated into two human beings, or do you believe another way? Ooh,
that is
you go first.
A great question that I would love to go first and answer. Right? I don't want to forget though what I was going to talk about. I don't want to forget that.
Yeah.
And I just did, but I'll get it. You're
talking about okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You hold on to it. I'll get it. Right. I'm gonna start this. So my personal belief system is the connection was already there. We were birthed into it. Whether that happened before human conception, I don't know. But my personal belief is we're clearly one, right? Two beings, one body, two beings, one soul is what I meant to say, right? Two beings, one soul. The soul has subcategories.
See what you did there? Nice.
Right? I'm not one of those that believe you have one twin flame, you only have twin flame, and that is it. I do believe that in a way, right? I feel like most often people find their twin flame or their twin, right? And who they want it to be. And that's the end all tell all. It's not going to be anybody else. It doesn't matter. Right? I do not feel you have to be in union with the person that you're connected to on that level. I do know that there are people that you feel like you're connected to. You get to a certain space, and then it's just you've gotta, for human reasons, safety reasons, it's time to move away from that. I feel like connection's connection. You're always going to be connected no matter what, right? A lot of people find when they walk away from the person that they feel that they're connected to, when they meet the person they're really connected to, they get confused, right? Well, because their mind was lying to them and telling them that he's so pretty and he's so handsome, he's the one you're connected to, right? Um, I felt when I met Lee, um, grateful, blessed that I finally found my big love. And then I couldn't get far enough away from my big love. And then when we finally come back together with the big love, right? There was emergence.
Mm, okay. I agree with
And
that.
so that's my personal opinion. And I know it's not everybody's, but it's what I tend
We
to
have
believe.
we have our views, both of our views connect.
Mhm.
Okay. Here's what I can feel and the truth of what this is. The only way you know that you come from the same essence is the pain body is very similar to each other, almost like they are whole,
Mhm.
but it's the pain that's whole. Your thoughts about it are the disconnects that you keep experiencing in the connection. You don't know how to bring your pain forward. I mean, they give you the opportunity in the beginning of this connection. What they call bubble love is actually, I can share everything and be completely vulnerable with you until I get in my head about whatever it is this is, because that doesn't take long. There's so many different trigger points at that point. But I believe that the connection is pure in the pain state. In the pain state, which is your birth state, the way that you come through that threshold, the pain, the level of pain, the development of that pain, the shape of that pain is already matched with somebody here or somebody coming or somebody who's, and it's identical. Like when you come into each other, you don't know what that is because it's a feeling. The thing about our mind is our mind can't concept the feeling because our minds are not designed to ever teach you to feel. They're teaching you how not to.
Mhm.
So what ends up happening is you have this pain, but the pain then is in a peaceful, I can be everything. This is an infinite state. Like your pain almost feels like
Mhm.
it's disintegrating. And you think
Mhm.
you need to get rid of your pain. But the truth is, for this connection, that pain is the connection. You're not
Mhm.
paying attention and you're keeping it from the other person. You're hiding it. You're creating hurts and a story around it. You don't even see that that pain is the same shape as theirs. You don't see it because I guess the reactions and actions that you both have been through have been completely different depending on what happened to you with your parents. So there's so much disruptive patterning that I think even saying that it's generational or saying those things, you inherit the generational response in your own body. You don't generate that. You don't inherit that from the connection from before.
Mhm.
That's not the connection is the pain. It's as simple as if you believed in pain and you believed in connection and you knew that they both have to be there for you to have connection. That's what that's what I believe as far as my personal strength.
Mhm.
And what this is, that's why we or have the ability to not be apart.
Mhm.
We can literally be together all the time because we're comfortable in our pain with each other. We're comfortable in our hurts with each other. We have our moments of mind dominance, but they're not what they were.
Right.
They're nowhere near because we decided to trust our pain because that ultimately is what brought us back together to begin with. Every single time we went apart, it's the pain that brings you back together. The thing is, you think you got to be somebody different instead of being yourself. So I hope that makes sense.
If you can
But
hear
it
our
does connect.
dog,
Yeah, she's just going to sit
she's
back
just
there
gonna sit over there
and
and
complain. Gemma,
maybe you should.
stop. Gemma, you off her camera?
No, I need you to hit that button right there. I think she maybe
Oh,
just
she
want
want the heat. You want your fireplace on? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
she's a little
She's
bit
spoiled, man. You know what?
If that don't work, we'll send her upstairs because she'll lay there if we're not paying attention to her and go,
And she just
"Mm,"
gets louder.
all night, and she
And
will
louder.
only get louder.
Hi
Okay.
there, Nana.
So her fireplace just came on. Sam gloves. I like gloves too. We all like gloves. We're not talking about gloves today though. But we'll talk about gloves another day.
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
really will.
that's fine. But
Yeah.
you're more than happy to stick around as
Yeah.
long as you don't.
Yeah.
As long as we don't, we're just not going to talk about gloves today. That's all.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I was going to talk about, and
I want to make sure that I captured everything that was said
trying
behind
to
it,
get it.
because I know,
Trying to
I'm
remember.
trying to remember. Okay, so it says, hell yeah, in astrology, bodily intuition is Black Moon Lilith's domain. So powerful. Once you learn to trust it in popular culture, it would be Spider-Man's Spidey sense. What do you do when someone you're really connected to keeps repeating cycles that are really painful for them?
Oh.
Just like they just can't break free. It's hard to
well,
watch.
listen at this. This is something I'm just recently going through. Something I've been doing a lot of pondering on too a lot lately. But with conditioning, because I have so much conditioning, right? And I was talking to Lee about that today, about conditioning even now from when I was being raised. And I know, and I'm aware of, and I was aware of during, right? My cycles, right? And I still have some. This retrograde did a lot of the vomiting of it. And I'm would go through my cycles, but then my head would go through Lee's cycles. And my head would say things like, well, why do you want to unfuck yours? Right? When Jesus over here has none. That was my head, right? And being angry. And then but not wanting any kind of human emotion to get a response or a reaction that was unpleasant. Well, during this retrograde, should I do what was feeling natural or what was feeling unnatural because it was coming out of me, whether it was retrograde or not? Saying something to him and not expecting the same result I was getting over and over and over and over and over and over. And realizing that maybe if my approach was a little bit different, that if I could say it a little bit differently, coming out of this cycle that I had been in my whole life of, well, you're wrong. You're just wrong. It doesn't go like that. You don't do it like that. You don't say it like that. You don't know. Coming out of something, a cycle like that, and actually sitting and listening and feeling into how the other person feels. There's a huge, major, big time situation, going on inside of my family, and cycle, and not wanting to be in that cycle anymore, right? Doing something and saying something, reacting differently. However, if we are expecting the result that our mind's telling us that we always get, that's the result we're going to get anyway.
True.
That's the result we're going to get anyway. If I say to Lee, I can't stand it when you click your teeth. He don't click his teeth. I'm just saying. I can't stand it when you scrape the fork. Whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever it could be. At that point in time, your reaction can be one or two things, right? Fly off the handle, done. Or what is it about me doing that, right? Triggers you,
Mm.
right? There's so much that goes on in these damn cycles. And for 54 years, that's all I knew. So I'm I've watched Lee go through cycles. I've watched me go through cycles. I felt me go through cycles. There are a lot of cycles that I've watched Lee go through and continues to go through. And sometimes I'll try to say something to him that'll open his eyes a little bit to the cycle. But until Lee sees it's a cycle and he feels like it's a cycle, me saying it's a cycle isn't going to help Lee at all. It's only going to trigger him. And it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch when I see a cycle, right? But then until we learn really to break the cycle of how we approach the cycle, it's just going to continue. Does that make sense?
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, like I rather than judge them for their cycles, I look inside of me to find out why it is the cycle that that person's in is annoying me so badly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned some really powerful ways to heal cycles. Because I was stuck in a lot of cycles when we first met. And one of the biggest things, the biggest ways I found that healed the cycle that I was going through was to let my mind dominance win. If I already had, you can always go off of a feeling. A feeling's going to let you know if you have expectations. If you have feelings that feel really uncomfortable and you really feel agitated or you feel almost anxious, almost like you have anxiety, that's coming from a deeper sense of I'm not paying attention to how I feel about this. So what your mind now has permission to do is defend what you're not able to connect to. And that's usually why we create expectations. We want people to show up for us before we'll show up for ourselves. And that's never going to work. In a cycle, if you're going through a cycle and you see somebody you love going through a cycle, one of the most beautiful things you can do for them is just ask them what they need. You don't have to fix them. You don't have to tell them that anything's wrong. Just say, hey, you need anything? You okay? Just checking on them, making sure that they feel, or if they say, I don't know what's going on with me, then they give you a good idea. But the last thing that you want to do, which is what we normally do, which is our own cycle, is we start telling ourselves what we've done wrong or what's wrong with them. Why aren't they doing this? And what our own set of expectations gets triggered by what their expectations, whatever they're going through in their expectations. So it's almost like you have a canceling out of connection. And the most powerful way through it is become completely vulnerable when the other person's in that cycle. If you don't know how to become completely vulnerable, then you're in a cycle with them. You just don't see it. And sometimes they trigger each other. You could trigger somebody back into the cycle or trigger somebody into the cycle by keeping the same repetitive behavior. You allow them to go into that cycle. So it's almost like if you're going to be together all the time, if you're going to be in connection, you have to be able to really pay attention to how each other feels and less about what each other thinks. The thinking is the problem. You never learned how to communicate about your feelings. So your thinking is going to go into autopilot and make them stay up in their head, avoiding their feelings, while you're staying out of your head, avoiding their feelings. It's the automatic disconnect. So many forms of separation have happened by that alone. And let me not even tell you how long it took us. It took us a while to discover it, but once we discovered it, we discovered way more than that because there's so much more tied into that. And cycles are generational. You do inherit a lot of your cycles, but then you pick up a lot of cycles that were hidden from you without even knowing that you're doing that too.
And by trying to break some of those generational cycles, you repeat them in other ways that you don't really understand that you're repeating them. And you know, I'm definitely guilty of that. I know that I know this. One of the cycles I was in was I'm not gonna tell Lee that the way he closed the cabinet door pissed me off today, because, well, what's the point? It is what it is. And then an hour goes by, right? And he's living his best life. And I'm mad because he shut the cabinet door like that. And an hour goes by, and I can't believe he's not saying, I'm sorry for closing the cabinet door like that. And then an hour goes by, and he's living his best life, right? And this sorry, now you closed that cabinet door like that on purpose and trying to get a rise out of me, and now you're gaslighting me, trying to make me think that I'm freaking crazy. And by the end of the night, the way he closed the cabinet door turns into, you don't care for me, you don't love me.
It grows. It grows. Your mind does this one particular thing very, very well. When it comes to your feelings, your mind, because we all have been trained and we all learned how to hide and stuff our pain, your mind is the essential tool for every disconnect you have in your life. It doesn't matter whether this connection or whether it's friends. Your mind has the ability to attract the same kind of people that you are, keeping you disconnected from things that you don't even realize you're staying disconnected from, because you're letting your mind dictate your life, not your feelings.
Normally, you know how it comes out though. Like normally how that all vomits out is, well, I'm going to tell him about himself when the way he shut that cabinet door. Boy, I'm going to tell him about the way that he was such a dick when he shut that cabinet door. Man. And then
what should you say though? Should you say?
And what do you mean? What should
what should come out that would not even cause any kind of triggering at all? If we're breaking cycles, should we just tell them what they should say?
Yeah, and I feel it should be like, hey, are you okay? Or do you feel okay? Is there anything wrong? No, yeah, everything's fine.
I like the way you do it already, though. You do that. You do this other thing. You go, I feel something. I'm like, are you okay? And then you'll talk about it. Then you'll say, my mind says, and I love it when she does that, because then it defuses and de-escalates everything that's about to come out. If she says, I feel something, it automatically makes me alert to go, okay, pay attention to her feelings, not what her head's about to say. So I can be on her side. What ends up happening in any kind of argument, any kind of disconnect you have with another person, it's mind interacting versus mind. And it's all about who's going to be right and who's going to be wrong, or who's going to be connected and who's going to be disconnected. It's about what you're doing with the feel. It becomes this whole other flipping mess that it doesn't even need to be. But then when you really settle it down and you just say, I felt something, and then my mind immediately wanted to go to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then you go, oh, wow. I didn't even realize that when I shut that affected you that way. And I didn't even think about it because I was thinking about what I had to get to next. That's why I rushed to do that. Oh, man, did that make you feel like it was something about you? And it really was never anything about you. But what the thing is we want to make it about you. That's the whole point. You keep making about this connection, I think one of the most famous things we hear is, "Oh, you're not going to believe what they're doing." And as soon as we hear that, we already go, "Okay, so we know the blame game is already started."
Yeah.
So once you have the blame game, everything that you're blaming them for, we see you as rejecting them. That's all we can see because that's all it looks like because we don't see their side. But if you're doing that to people who are connected and you're telling them about them and you're not talking about you, we already know that you're making sure that they don't think about you either.
Right.
So it's almost like we can't dissect the puzzle, but we can show you that the connection pieces have nothing to do with your mind. Everybody can tell you, you think about this, get in your heart. Your heart's only going to lie to you. Your heart can lie to you. Your essence, your feeling, your gut does not lie. It won't ever fucking lie. And she busted me on that a long time ago and created this monster sitting here. So it's almost like, yeah, you take credit.
I think too, you know what?
Own it.
A lot of times, 90% of the time, if not more, when we do that, when we internalize, right? Okay. Then, part of the cycle I was in was, well, I'm not going to say anything because the last thing I need is that damn reaction that I always get. And if I tell him, this is exactly what he's going to say.
Set of expectations.
If I tell him, this is exactly what he's going to say. If I,
audio.
I got to do this.
There
we go. I don't know what happened. Sorry, we got distracted. TikTok's over here.
Too far over.
TikTok's giving us a problem. Okay. I'm supposed to put this puzzle piece right there to get back on live, and I did it. There we go. But yeah, saying something like, if I tell him this and spending the whole day going, okay, he's going to say this, and then I can say that, and then he can come back with this, and then I can come back with that, and then he's going to say this. And then when he's out of those, he's going to bring up something from 1984. And
you got to add the other part.
And then
add the other part. Add the other part. As she's going through the fight in her mind, she's getting angrier. So when it comes out the first time, everything you need to be right is coming out with that first statement.
And this is how we say, I know you're going to be a dick about this.
Right.
Or I know you're going to yell.
Bullshit.
I know you're going to yell and scream about this. Or I know you're going to start a fight about this. Or I know, you know what I mean? I'll already say, well, I know you're going to act like an asshole and run and stomp and scream and yell. And that is not, and he does. But I'm saying I'm putting it already out there. I'm going to be right.
There needs to be a video about this. We need to do a knockdown, drag out. Let's put it out there in your face. Here's the truth. Because here's the truth about that. You hit that nail. That nail is the thing where you play it in your mind, how it's going to go. You don't see yourself setting yourself up to be right. You don't see yourself setting up to have those expectations. And you don't see yourself escalating the situation that's not even supposed to be escalated for the other person. So when you do that, now they don't like who they are because of your mind. And you don't even see that part. You think that the way you think about them tells them you love them. And it does not tell them that at all. Think about the way you think about yourself. Does it tell you you love you? I mean, you can hear inside yourself, right? You can hear if you like the way you think. And when has thinking ever gotten you loved? When has thinking ever got you connection? It fucking hasn't done a damn thing. It was never trained to do it. Summer.
Hi, Summer.
Hey, Summer.
I just saw Summer. How are you? I hope Summer saw our video. Did we put a video up?
Yes, we did. We tagged her.
Oh my gosh,
she actually responded on it.
Summer got us the coolest gifts, guys.
Yeah, we've just been back to back, and we wanted to get out there Summer because, man, it really touched us when we were sitting there waiting for it.
I wore that thing a million times.
Hi, Vina.
There's Vina. Yeah, finally everybody realizes that we're
here. Lots of Doctor said lots of projection can happen with anyone, but especially this connection, since your person is your ultimate mirror. No. That's where this is where it gets messed up. So I'm going to clear the air on this and make this quite simple. The mirror they're showing you is your mother and father, and they're being you. So you don't even see you've turned into your mother and father to them. Because remember, when you see them, you see yourself. But then you see people who treated you through connection, you see your mother and father. So you duplicate all of that. And then it really gets fucked up from there. It goes deeper than that. And that's the surface part. That isn't even the deep part. The deep part is how all of that made you feel. Your twin is going to show you exactly how you treated your own feelings by giving you the way you treat your feelings. It's almost this painful point where the way that you stuff your pain and you stuff your hurt, they now seem to have almost like a bullseye of how to trigger you. And they'll get really, really fucking great at it. It's almost like you don't even see it coming. I'm just telling you from personal experience. And then from talking to all of the people we talked to, we went, oh shit, this is big, right? It's like, wow, how deep is this going to go? And it goes deep. It goes deep. How's it going over there, TikTok? We didn't forget about y'all. We still talking to y'all too.
TikTok's hanging in
Everybody's
there.
there.
I don't know why.
Hey, and if you guys want to call in and talk to us and ask a question,
we got one of these phones.
1-513-399-7718. Call in. You can talk to us. This is live.
What up?
So yes, you did catch us. What do you mean this live is epic, yo? Ouchly, that one hurt a little.
It was supposed to.
The truth in all of this. Empress of Duality for sure. Everybody's saying hey to Dina. Let's see.
So listen.
Have to go tonight. Thank you guys for a great talk. Absolutely. Welcome to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We're going to talk to you guys about a couple of our retreats we have planned right here.
Yes, this is what India was manifesting for 9 years.
Right here. You're going to love it. Right here. We have, yeah, you're going to have to give me a minute.
The dates for the retreat?
Yeah, hang on just 1 second. I'm not quite understanding what's happening here.
Do you want me to read it? No, this is okay. That's different.
Okay, so why is that different? Why is that on? Got it. Now I figured it out. You know what? It's one of those things. It's one of those things. Like, why did you do that?
Yeah. Well,
why would you do that? Why would you confuse me so? Here it is.
Hi, cute little lamb.
Hi, little lamb. All right. We have February 27th to March 2nd available, open for a retreat here. And those dates are available. March 20th through the 24th is also available.
And we have a sub date. So depending on, it could be one of those two there because we've got other things going on in other weekends. So then March 28th through the 31st. So it's going to be one of the two, whichever works better for whoever decides to take those slots. The 28th to the 30th.
To the 31st.
Okay, that would be the 31st. And then the 20th to the 24th. So that would be Thursday, Friday.
So you come in on Thursday. And then Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and
go Sunday.
And depart on Sunday. We are handling everything except for your transportation to our city. If you fly in, we're more than happy to pick you up from the airport and bring you back to the airport. If you drive in, yay. We are in the Cincinnati, Ohio area. Actually, we're in between Dayton and Cincinnati. So those dates, we are retreating here. And here's an interesting thing about the retreats here. If you would like to bring a friend, if you would like to bring the one you're connected to, if you would like to bring your sister that you can't get along with, or your brother, or your best friend, or your neighbor, or your coworker, whoever, you can split the cost with that person. Right?
Yeah, that's sneaky.
That's right. So if you bring a guest, then you can split the cost. So get a hold of us if you're interested in any of these dates. I am 100% positive that these dates will go fast. So we're booking February and March. And when we get to February, we'll book April and May. Um, we'll have one date, maybe two a month. It depends. We're looking through our schedule and seeing what we can do.
We'll have them out 60 days in advance.
60 days in advance.
So those are the dates right now.
February 27th to March 2nd is open, March 20th through the 24th, and March 28th through the 31st. And if you're interested in pricing and any other, of course, we will take care of all of your food needs, and we're gonna be and your lodging, because you're going to be staying with us in our home.
Yep.
In our energy, and we will definitely go over with you and your guest or whatever, just you, at dietary needs, and we're going to go over menus and what we're going to, what it is you like. We're going to handle all that. So there's no worries about anything. You will have
Empress remembers your food. Sherry's food.
Oh.
So let's just catch up here. Hi, Empress. Hi, all beautiful people. I miss and love you all so much. I just got home from my baby boy's birthday party. He's 11. Happy birthday, 11. He was 11, and I saw 11:11 at the same time. I was like, why do I see 11:11? And it was because of Venus message. And then Summer said, I saw it. And Empress said,
repeat.
1-513-399-7718. That is the number if you guys would like to call in and talk. All awesome. My girl has her very first birthday coming up on December 24th. And she's a Christmas Eve baby. So cute little ones. That's incredible. Your spirits are so generous. Are you coming to DC? Huh.
Thank you, Dawn. We already repented. That's good. Yeah.
Not sure what wicked ways they're referring to.
Where?
But okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know necessarily.
I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, you can just I get this.
I don't know if that's the right person, so that's why I was.
It did. It showed at the top.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So
okay, I got this. I'm figuring out TikTok.
Anyway, coming to DC, we are planning to do something in Maryland. I know that we got to do that because we want to come and see. Of course, we've got all kinds of connection there, so we definitely want to make that trip.
Actually, we're going to do I think New York City.
Really?
I forget what was happening. There was something that was happening. I got an email. We'll work that out. Yeah.
If not, Summer, come to us.
Oh yeah.
You can always come to the region. So let's give you a little idea of what that's going to be like. See, we're never apart. So our energy, our base is here in this home. So you're coming into a connection where anything that ever triggered you in connection, we're going to pull that out of you and get you connected. Is that something that we are definitely, you're not going to be able to leave here and be the same.
Yeah, you will not be the same.
You're going to feel a connection that should, if you nurture it and you stay vulnerable, which we're going to show you how to do. It should be, if you've ever wanted to know what it's like to heal, come here. That's what this is going to be. Healing is not an easy thing, but it's possible.
And it is not about somebody else's healing.
No.
It's about your healing.
You won't let,
here.
If you're waiting for them to heal something and you're over there going, I'm going to wait till they heal it, then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try in the meantime. That's not healing. Trying will never get you healing. Trying and healing don't know each other. Mm-hmm. They're completely false twin flames. So don't believe that. Connection is what you need. Mm-hmm. You need connection. Connection will show you the way. So if you want to come into a connection, the retreat is going to surround that. So there'll be stuff that we're going to do during the days. There's going to be games that we're going to play. There's going to be some mirror talks we're going to do. There's going to be a little bit of everything that we were talking about. A lot of
crying.
But there'll be a syllabus. So there'll be something that we're going to follow. But then there's going to be a point where we break and then you still get to feel connection, but it's a flow. not a whole set of thing. You'll just be in our connection with us.
Depending on the weather, we have several places to field trip, which we will be doing on a Saturday. Yeah, there's so many. I'm also medium, so you'll be setting in the energy of that, and that always activates a lot of things. But the energy is special,
Mm.
and we feel like it's healing energy here, right? Um, Brooke hasn't necessarily been to this particular house. I blew up the one that they came to. But
We love you, Brooke. Good night.
um, yeah, so yeah, the energies, it's definitely different, and it's healing. So we thought
I
it
will come to
best.
New York City, Somerset. So okay,
Okay.
then that may work. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll work. We'll make something happen. We promise.
Yeah. But look, Maryland's not out of the picture. Don't forget we is family there. So
There's
um
connection there in several places. So,
yeah, there's connection there. For sure.
we got music family there too. So
Yeah. Um for sure. What is going on here? There we
I don't
go.
know. Anybody got anything else they want us to talk
Nobody
about?
wanted to call us.
Nobody
That's
wanted to
fine.
call and talk to us,
That's okay.
but we're going to be doing it again. So don't worry.
Yeah, we are going to be doing every time we podcast. We're going to be podcasting. We have to figure out the night. I was doing Ask Sherry on Monday nights, and it just kind of got a lot. Well, just then it, yeah, then the number started going down. So I was like, well, we'll just let's not push it. So Monday nights are fairly open, and there's really never any cool shows on, and we don't wholly watch a whole lot of cool shows anyway. But you know, Monday nights would be a good night, and during that particular podcast, we'll be taking phone calls. We're going to be doing. We don't know what night yet. We haven't really discussed that to figure it out. But I was thinking of Monday nights. There's also Wednesday nights or Thursday nights. It depends on Lee's schedule half the time. But we want to
Looks
set
like
it.
Wednesday nights might be a good night.
We wanna set a
We're
good,
going to find one that we're going to do, but it's going to be consistent, and it's going to be they'll be here. Then we're going to go over to, of course, their membership side, and then we'll be doing stuff there as well. So it'll be a show that will be here. So you don't necessarily got to be a part of that. Just as long as you subscribe, it'll give you the notifications, turn them on, and it'll let you know when we're doing the show because we will post beforehand.
we're gonna we're really getting the Ministry of Connection connected online. Um, we're gonna be really working the website around the Ministry of Connection. We feel real passionate about it. Spirits give us the Ministry of Connection, and we know what we're supposed to do with it and what we should be doing with it.
You got a question from Cute Little Lamb. Okay, here goes. Sherry, how did you overcome betrayal?
Oh man. I had to really take a look inside myself and understand and realize and face some real hard realities that my behaviors and my actions, first and foremost, let me put out there that
Thank you, Heather.
even those like excuses, they're not excuses for betrayal at any way, shape, or form. But I knew that something inside of me was creating a behavior that the person I was with, whether it be Lee or anybody else, felt that it was okay to hurt someone like that. And if we're just talking about Lee and I at the point where I was in my life with betrayal, I had already forged the fact that my big love would never betray me. Um, and then finding out that my big love was human and able to betray, right? Um, was more painful than most other things. The There's something in all of us. What?
Somebody asked, is that an elf or a Barbie doll? Sorry for interrupting you.
Where?
I think is that Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg up here on the chandeliers?
The, that's probably what it is.
They can't, I don't think they can see it in, yeah, there they can. So on the chandelier back there, I don't think you can see it.
can't
It's
see
not clear on that side, but over here in
I don't know
TikTok,
what they're talking about.
you can see Martha Stewart and then Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're elves.
I don't
hanging
want
on
to
the
forget
shelf.
because I've
Sorry.
already forgot one
Sorry.
thing that I was going to say. And remember that thing earlier where I was going to come back? It was super important. I forgot. It's gone. It's probably always going to be
Betrayal.
gone. It's
Go
never
back to
coming back.
betrayal.
But let me go back to betrayal. So I there's something inside of us. There's something inside all of us, knowing that if we can just be,
You're not in TikTok. I
hang
don't
on
know what
just a
happened.
second.
The camera. Like,
Okay.
it's funny. There you go.
We keep getting distracted. So maybe I'm not supposed to answer the question.
No, you're supposed to answer it. They just couldn't see you over there. So I was
Oh.
just making sure that they could see.
Oh, I couldn't see me. Okay.
So go ahead. Betrayal.
Okay. There we go. Um, Something that really we all have in us, I feel, is knowing that if you can love, if you are able to love someone with everything you have in you, with your full authentic self, with being who you are with that person, and loving without fear, without walls, without being guarded, without mind noise. If you can just love, then there's absolutely no way that that person could ever betray you. Follow me because this is important. And then you find your big love or the one you're connected to. And you start to feel all these gooey, ooey feelings. And you're in the bubble phase or the honeymoon stage or whatever you want to call it. And everything's beautiful and lovely. And the flowers are blooming and the food don't get burnt and everything's great. Right? And then you're talking and communicating and you can be yourself and you can be goofy. You can be goofy. You can laugh and giggle and play around, right? I can notice that hesitation. I was, you know what I mean? I could play with Lee, right? Like, right? Be myself. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about, right? Authentically. And then a little time goes by and a little time goes by. And what happens is we start putting our walls back up and we start finding fear. Like, oh, I better not touch him. He don't want me to touch him. So you don't, right? There's so much that goes along with that. Well, what happens with that is you build that up and now you have guards. Um you're careful what you say. You're going back into a shell. You're not being your authentic self again. I figured that out. And it's not, I don't want to say I'm causing betrayal, but initially, right? They that person don't know me, because if they knew me and who I really was and who I really am, there's no way that if we're connected that you would hurt me like that. Being connected with someone, it feels like you have this authority, right? That you can't be betrayed by this person. This person can never hurt me like that.
Believing that you can't be betrayed is a betrayal.
There's a betrayal.
you just already set off the
Already, this is what I said. This is why I said pay attention, because it's important. Already, you're betraying. You're betraying them by not being your authentic self, or not being who you already
you're betraying
are.
yourself.
And
Right.
and betraying yourself first,
Right.
and then betraying them,
Right.
but not even knowing it, not even realizing it, because you've got a wall that they didn't know you had 2 weeks ago when you were being your authentic self. That person never would have betrayed you 2 weeks ago. Never.
Nope.
But now you're not being honest. So
Mm.
they have a reason not to be honest.
Yep.
Understanding that, and Lee and I have different opinions on understanding. I need it. So understanding that inside of me, and realizing that, yeah, I betrayed me. I betrayed me first. So, and that gave him permission to betray me.
Or they felt you betraying you, so then they realized you weren't interested in them. Because that's usually the cutoff. You start holding yourself back, and I guess it just kind of works that way. It's not like you mean to actually betray somebody. When I was doing that, it's kind of like, let me give you the example, right? When she was talking about playing with me by pushing on my head. Well, if a woman I'm connected to hit me in my face, it's not going to go over well for her. And then there was, I need to sit in this because she was only playing with me. And then I realized that there were feelings of when I got hit that I didn't sit in that feeling. There's more to that, but the deeper part of it is that betrayal doesn't necessarily happen to you. It's something you're already doing. And then when they start catching on that you betray yourself, don't be upset when they betray you. You need to figure out where you betrayed you first. If you didn't open up and share something, and then you started holding it back, and then they felt like you were disinterested, so they went to somebody else, you can't blame them for that. That was something you did without even seeing that the rejection was already at play. The betrayal was already at play. There's too many variables in betrayal to even know where it originates. But know this, if you get betrayed, you need to have a come to Jesus talk with yourself to find out where you betray you, that you didn't even see that coming. Because it's usually is a tell. There's a tell to it. That's how you didn't choose me to be in it, because she saw I was too busy betraying myself, let alone hurting her. I was betraying me. So she knew I wasn't ready. She had to go this way because she wasn't going to stand there and watch me keep betraying myself and her. The thing that's hard, I think, the part that I thought that you really captured in that is you have to own your own betrayal before you get upset about their betrayal. But the big thing that she did was she told me what it was. She said, I'm not going to sit around and wait for you to hurt me. I've got somebody who wants to be with me. And I was like, well, it didn't seem like you were being all open with things. I didn't know to say that, but that's the way it felt, which kept me doing what I was doing. And all of it's true. All of there's truth there, but it's all about opening. You don't get betrayed if you're open. You get betrayed if you're closed. You just don't see yourself betraying the other person because you closed on them, and you don't see them feeling like they got betrayed. But trust me, they're feeling that. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of variables into betrayal. And there's always usually a pretty good backstory. And then there's always a disconnect that is inherited. It's always going to be taught. You were taught to betray. And growing up, you learned to betray yourself.
Let me catch up a little bit.
Feel any of that?
My husband was like this for me before he passed away. Now I'm in love with an angel.
Oh, he loves you too. You can feel it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And let's see what we got over here.
What when the betrayal happens when it's ooey gooey?
What if the betrayal happens when it's ooey gooey? Then there's still some miscommunication. There's betrayal and communication. Communication from your feelings. If you've had to keep some feelings that you felt and you didn't say anything, you didn't even say that you felt something. If you start closing off your feelings, once you start with one, it's like a domino effect. Every other feeling that you're going to have from that point on is going to be reserved somehow. Until you actually can communicate what you're feeling, there's always, you can feel the wall being built.
Yeah.
We feel it, like
yeah.
when we know it's there,
Yeah.
and then we're like, okay. So there's a lot of space where we kind of sometimes have to pull ourselves back and look at each other and go, do I just wait for her to talk about it? Does he wait? Does she wait for me to just finally blow? It goes in all kinds of directions, but there is a way to communicate it. There always is a way to communicate it.
Yeah.
And not attack the other person. Because the worst thing to do is when you attack the other person because you're attacking yourself and they didn't even know you were attacking yourself. So if they don't know how to be with you during those moments, how can you have connection? Do you all know twins who don't like each other, and then out of nowhere, there's an interaction, look into the eyes for me, and something changes. Something is there that wasn't there before. Yes, that happened when you finally came back and saw me, right?
Yeah.
That happened to us.
Yeah.
So yes, we do know what that is.
Yeah.
Black is beautiful. That was a good question.
I also think I want to touch on that. I think it can go the other way as well. Like I feel like two people can really be connected on the spiritual level and look at each other through such spiritual eyes, but then human condition and the mind comes in, and you know what I mean? So many times what was the analogy that I was using earlier? Oh, the way you shut the cabinet, right? He don't shut the cabinets, but he don't. He gets in them and don't shut them. No, I'm just joking. But like, just for instance, right? I don't like the way you polish your shoe, right? But like, you don't polish your shoe the right way for so long that I'm going to look at you different. I look at you differently now. Like you react one way for so long that I don't see you reacting another way or ever being open to reacting another way. So I look at you differently. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying it's general consensus that it can happen the other way too. And then oh, you're shutting the cabinet like that again. You're shutting the cabinet like that again. You're shutting the cabinet like that again. Oh, I hate the way he shuts that cabinet. Oh, I can't stand the way he shuts that cabinet. If he gets anywhere near that cabinet, right? And it builds up resentment. It builds up.
I'm gonna do a video this week where I'm gonna leave all the kitchen cabinets open so y'all can just go.
Cabinets, I swear.
This boy.
I swear. Don't you touch my cabinet. Don't do it.
Jen. Hey, Jen.
Do it.
I was just talking about this tonight with someone. That bubble was the heart space, and the heart did mislead you. It was the mask you threw on to cover your heart that misled. Anything that, if you feel yourself overthinking before you're about to see that person, you're already abandoned the whole and betrayed the whole experience. You have to find a way to center yourself in your feelings and then be vulnerable in them. Vulnerability is one of the hardest things in the world to uncover after you've buried it. So if you ever find yourself in a connection and you've had moments of vulnerability is separation. You just don't see how big it's going to get till it's already there. That's how that works. If you can't be vulnerable with the person you're connected to, you're not going to talk to each other. And that happens all over the place. And we went and studied all of that prior, so that way we knew we sit here vulnerable. We've been through you dying several times because she tries to kill herself every day.
Trying.
And then we've been through
boring if I don't.
We've been through cheating. We've been to fight over the families.
Prison.
We've been to the womanizing. We've been to women fighting over a man. We've been through all of the bullshit. And
kids,
literally everything we went through.
Drama.
But here's the thing. There was a feeling that we came back into. And the only way the feeling brought us together was vulnerability. Vulnerability, truth, pain, hurt, anything that led to the abandonment, anything that led to our mind being dominated, that feeling had to be open to the other person.
Mm-hmm.
You have closed that feeling off. You learned it in your childhood. You stuck to it. You told yourself this is what you need to do. And then you loved everybody while stuffing that down. So you only learned how to love one particular way. That's the betrayal. You don't even see the betrayal of yourself yet until you literally decide that you want to be open in this connection. And it's vast. We're still just telling you a small part. We'd be on here for probably the next 6 hours just describing the first steps. It's not something you can think about, it's something you feel. Because if you really feel love for somebody, how do you give them something you don't give yourself? So that's the breaking point. That's why this mirror is going to be as strong as it's going to be. So I hope that resonates.
Heather over here said,
Clinton.
I have, oh man, I have, oh man.
Jesus makes the strong
I have people who pray that I fail in life because they can't get the best of me. You know what? If you have people that are praying that you fail, you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have haters.
Right. You gotta have haters.
Look.
Gotta have haters.
Look.
Haters gonna hate.
Look. Oh, they can't even see it over. Can you see it on TikTok? Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
See, you gotta love. You gotta love. Hate is because they don't know what to do with their own pain. If they hate you, it's because they're doing something even worse to their own pain.
Yeah.
So don't fall victim to being the victim of what they're going through.
Right.
As a matter of fact, start surrendering to it and say, yeah, I can see how you feel that way. Once you agree with how they feel, once you really let them go ahead and get everything they feel out, that's when connection can happen. If they want to hate on you in the meantime, who's that for? It's not for you. It's for them. If they don't have anything to talk about that's going on special in their life, they're going to find a way to fuck up yours. That's all that is. If I need to make my life have a bad, I'm going to focus on whatever hurt me, and I'm going to blame that person who hurt me, and I'm going to carry that for as long as I need to carry it. That's somebody's mantra of how they want to live a really shitty life. And anybody who tries to love them through that, they're not going to have very long. At least it's on a timeline where it's just going to fail at some point. It breaks down because you can't fix something or fix someone. They don't need to fix themselves. So it's one of a couple of things that you're going to have to choose. The biggest thing you're going to need to choose, though, is going to be your pain. Your pain's going to teach you how to think, because your thinking never learned how to think with your feelings. So your pain, you need your pain for that. Let's see here. So Clinton, good to see you, buddy. Except when we say it and they say it and they don't hear it. If you don't feel like you're heard from somebody you are connected to, do you believe that people you're connected to listen to you? And if you say no, you've got your answer. Hey, Lee and Sherry, so good to see you both. And Merry Christmas, Clinton, to you and your beautiful, amazing partner that you found. We are so happy for you. We were sitting there just kind of, we were just kind of scoping on y'all. And actually, when I messaged you, Ron and I were talking, and he was asking about you. And yeah, he wants to come on and do another guys thing if you're up for it. So it's up to you if you want to come on and do a men's soul chat. I'm open to that if you want to do one.
That is right, Heather. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You can't do what other people feel or think about you is really none of your business. And it took me a very long time to live that way. A very long time, because I was really always worried about what other people thought and about me. And I don't know. Well, I do know why. I've connected that down quite a bit. Releasing that was one of the best things I've ever done. It's one of the best things I've ever done. You're
Black,
doing the right thing.
cute little lamb said, yes, it's helpful. So I
Okay.
guess that was for you. Black is beautiful said, why does a counterpart come in to connect with deep conversations and a check-in, profess love, and leave just as quick? Because you already have the defense system when you said, why do they? So if you said a counterpart comes in, you already have a wall up and they're trying to come through that wall and you're not taking it down. They're going to go back the other direction because that's exactly what you needed them to do because you didn't let your wall down. If you really wanted them to be next to you, wouldn't you have your wall down? If you really loved them, wouldn't you let your wall down? If you wanted to be connected, wouldn't you let your wall down? See, it's almost like we're using this mentality that when they come forward or they come back to us, we got to keep a wall up. Tell me, has that ever gotten you connection before? Keeping a
TikTok.
wall
Don't
up.
forget to like and subscribe.
Keeping a wall up does not get you connection. So if they come back and you feel like they're coming back and you have a hard time bringing it down, say, I have a whole bunch of feelings about you being here and I'm going to need you to hold my hand and here's some of the things I'm thinking. And then I can share some of the things I'm feeling. If you can't do that, you want them to go away anyway. So when they come forward, that's just to let you know, hey, I'm still connected to you, but you're still disconnected from yourself. So I'm going to leave and go back this way until you get that. Because you did that to me. How many times? How many times did you do that to me? She did that to me a lot. Black is beautiful. Trust me. I did it. Then she did it. So it's not like we both can't speak from that space. We both did it. I'm stuck on, please do an in-person retreat in the DC area. Okay, Summer.
Oh, we're gonna see what we can do, Summer.
You know, she's that you know what? It's just like India manifesting us being here.
Yeah,
9
yeah.
years. She wanted us to do a retreat for 9. So yes, you're gonna manifest it. I can feel it, Summer. It's happening.
Yeah.
Judy Mack, yes, please.
I gotta stop yawning.
I would like a men's soul chat, says Judy. So Clinton, yeah, mate, definitely.
They've done a bunch of men's soul
Soul
chats.
chat was going to hit you up. Yeah,
Check out our channel and go look at their former soul chats.
Message in that group that I created there, Clinton. Let's get the men together and see if they all.
Created a
And if there's
boys
any men
group.
watching, any men who would like to join, any
Group.
masculine, feminine. Let's just put it this way: anybody with masculine energy as their direct energy, if you would like to join, it is a masculine soul chat. The goal really is talking about from the masculine perspective. It's you seeing how men really kind of find their vulnerability with each other and with just doing it in a group setting. But the cool thing is me, Clinton, Ron, we're connected. So you're going to get a different kind of feel from that. Having a connection to other men is a very important part of how you heal some things and some things that you didn't know you could heal. So that'd be awesome. I'm up for it, Clinton.
Over here on TikTok, Heather said the problem was because my youngest son is mixed. My son is a blessing from God, and you are very correct
Heather.
about that. Your son is a blessing from God, and you know, you just love that boy with everything that you have in him, in you. You just love him, and
let him have a connection to you, a full connection to you. Don't hide your hurts. Don't hide your pain from him.
Don't
because he'll grow up and he'll find somebody who will hide their hurt and hide their pain because he learns to love that way.
Yeah.
It's hard to see what kids learn from that angle. But if you learn to love a father who's absent, you need that absence for a man you're connected to. You don't even see how it shows up in the connection until you do. I am Leo.
Hi, Leo.
Welcome, Leo. I'm married 23 years. But met my twin 3 years ago and had a huge spiritual awakening. How did you stay connected to yourself through that, Leo?
And while Leo is going to answer that, look, you guys can give us a call if you want to talk to us.
If you guys want to talk to us on the phone, you want to ask us a
right
question, you don't have to type it out. You don't have to show no video.
You guys know what this is?
We are already in it.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's a phone. Yeah, we're waiting for your call. The number's 1-513-399-7718. Sorry.
399-7718.
Yes.
151. I have a rotary phone. Listen.
People don't know what rotary phones sound like. Yeah, we haven't done one for a long while. I believe what we'll do, Clinton, with the Ministry of Connection, I believe Soul Chat has a space in somewhere in there where we can do something where we'll make that active more. If you're up for it, so we'll talk about it, man. If you want to jump on a call, we can do that. Oh my God, Sherry,
Oh,
you
goodness.
love that old school phone. Yes, she
I
does.
do. I love the
Yeah.
phone. Look, let's live little things. It's the little
Mixed
things.
and Black people are a beautiful masterpiece, and I love you all.
Oh, I love you
Oh,
too.
thank you.
We love you too.
Hi, CeeLo. I heard you. I saw you in there somewhere, CeeLo.
CeeLo's over in TikTok,
TikTok.
isn't
That's what I
she?
thought. Yeah. Hi, Lee and
That's
Sherry.
right. That's right.
I'm picking up your strong signal since yesterday. Happy holidays. Oh, that's thank you,
Well,
Angela.
hi,
That's so
Angela. Thank
sweet.
you.
We're
Well,
feeling connected to all of you guys. You guys,
mm-hmm.
last week was rough, and let me tell you what happened in that video where I just said she's sick. I was gonna come on there. I was gonna say I need my prayer words. I need this, but I couldn't talk. I was stuck. She got pale, and she had little hints of yellow, and I was scared to death. I didn't know. I just knew that if I connected to you guys would connect to me, and it would make everything all right. And it wasn't even by the next morning. She jumps up and she comes down and she's like getting her coffee, and I'm going, "What the?" I mean, it was like night and day. It's like she wasn't talking, now she was talking and she was moving, and she goes, "I don't feel 100%, but I feel." I'm going, "What the hell?" Just, I mean, it was like she was. I can't even explain it. But thank you guys for
I was
accepting my
so
vulnerability.
sick.
Thank you for connecting to us.
I was so sick.
And I needed that boost. So thank you guys so much for being there. That really, really connected us.
I mean, let's get real. I wasn't sick as I
Sweet
was.
dreams, beauties.
I wasn't sick as
Night, night,
can't even speak. I wasn't as sick as I was 3 years ago before the transplant. But now, every time I get sick, it's different.
Mm.
Um, before I got sick, you know what I mean? I got a cold. I'll be fine in a couple days. Oh God, I got the flu. I got to get the dishes done. You know what I mean? And just try to work through it, or just whatever. Um, I I was a little scared myself. I was sick. I was pretty sick. And it was a stupid virus. It wasn't even the coronavirus. It was some kind of goofy virus, probably the flu. And I have no immune system on purpose. A lot of you know that I had a liver transplant 3 years ago, and the immunosuppressant drugs that I have to take for the rest of my life will keep me immunocompromised for the rest of my life, because um, they have to keep my immune system way down to nothing in order for my body not to detect that I have a different liver. Or my body would be like, no, new liver, attack, attack, attack. We don't want that. That's called rejection, and we don't want that. So we do what we can and to keep me safe and away from the germs, but it's hard. It's hard. I've got a teenage son. He plays hockey. I like to go watch him play. I need to go to the grocery store. There are certain precautions that I take, but I also want to live my life to the fullest. So when I'm sick, I get worried too, and I know that he worries more than I do.
I feel you.
Yeah.
When you're in that feeling, I can feel when when you're when you're on that edge. I
Mm-hmm.
can feel how close you'll get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Considering you was in hospice, I felt it every second. So it's like not a feeling that goes away, but it's almost like a Geiger counter now. I can
Yeah.
feel like when you said I don't feel well.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was coming on starting Sunday.
Yeah.
I could feel it.
Yeah. I
Um,
felt it too. I
Leo,
was like, ooh.
Leo, you can do the 30 minutes with
Mhm.
us. Anybody looking for 30 minutes, we
Free
do
30
have open
minutes.
slots. I know this was the year of the dragon, year of the truth. Next year, I can't even imagine what that's going to be like. But the thing about the year of the truth is supposed to lead to connection, but not without your pain. So please keep that in mind. If you do 30 minutes, we sit with you. We do want to experience how you allow somebody to connect to you. Anybody who's ever been in 30 minutes or been in root camp or anything with this can attest. The connection will at least send you a different trajectory. The trajectory, of course, is going to be connection, but your disconnects are still going to be in the way. So if you guys definitely want to come and talk to us, we've got that there. I did put it in the chat there. I believe it will be in the replay as well. It should be there. So
Yeah.
how you feeling, baby? How you holding up? We've been
You-
on for
I'm
almost
getting a
100. It's
little
100 minutes. It's
tired.
100 minutes. So
We've been on 100 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, we really wanted to come on and throw those retreat dates out. And if you're interested in any of those retreat dates, you'll be coming to us. Um,
Oh, B.
please email us ASAP. Um, these dates will probably be booked. Uh, they'll probably be booked tonight, but email us in case, right? Because we've got to work back and
We'd
forth
like
with
to have them
schedules.
booked out so that way we have them
Yeah,
already set up and ready to go.
yeah, for sure.
That makes doing our calendar a little bit easier, and it also helps us because then we still go to the doctors and everything. We're not
We
young
still
people.
got to do that.
I know we look like we're in our 30s, but we're not. We're
Our 30s.
we do. Somebody said it to me the other
Who
day.
said that?
Somebody said, "What are you, 30, 35?" And it's like, you have a lot of energy now. Huh? No, I'm 55. He said, 55? I said, why'd you say it so
I haven't
loud?
felt
Everybody
35. I haven't felt 30 since 30s.
Yeah. B said, I always love
Our
watching
kids
the
are in their
both of you
30s.
live. I learned so much. Thank you. Absolutely. We always believe in giving away more than we receive. And this we've done everything that we're doing. We want to connect people. That's what we want to do for a living. We want people to have connection. We want people to thrive in connection.
Mhm.
We want people to get connected because you can't heal without it. Our planet's not going to heal if we don't start at someplace. So we want to start that. We're here. And until our last dying breath, we're going to stay connected and bring connection.
Mhm.
We want everybody on the planet to have connection. If you have connection, your pain isn't being discarded or disconnected from.
Mhm.
You actually, it would just generate peace, wouldn't it? It only makes sense.
Mhm.
So, kitty cat, hi all, I made the live. Yay!
Oh,
Good to see you. Oshan, I don't think I'll ever find my person. That's not
that's
once
okay.
you put that out there, I don't think
Mhm.
is I'm thinking I'll never find my person. So if you decided that you just were going to stop thinking about finding your person and just said, I don't want to find my person, I want to have connection. Why don't you just change up what you're saying and see if that just doesn't change things? If you woke up tomorrow and you were just going to say yes to connection, would you make different choices? If you were going to let somebody be connected to you, if you decided you were going to be connected to yourself, why wouldn't you say yes to that just to see what would happen? And at least give it without time. Go for a period where you just going to let yourself be open and see what happens.
Mhm.
I found a great guy, but he ran after I got vulnerable. So that's not vulnerability then. If they run when you got vulnerable, then that's not vulnerability. Vulnerability is a very hard thing to run from. People can't say no in front of people, but if they were able to say no, you were holding back in a space that you weren't paying. Also had a bad marriage. So you're letting the past dictate your present. Been single 6 years. Do a 30-minute with us. We'd like to talk to you. Maybe we can help unlock you real quick.
Yeah.
We could probably help unlock that real quick.
By the way, TikTok, that's available to you too.
Yeah.
Get a hold of us at relationship reinvent at gmail.com, or you can even message us here and TikTok if you're in TikTok land. And I'm reading Heather's where it just, she said, yeah, she's been stuffy, but she's got fibromyalgia, so she knows what when you're feeling bad, how it's just, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
and it makes you irritable. So I wasn't the friendliest person. I'm very irritable. I think part of the irritability is Lee tries so hard. He really does try so hard to, but when you can't get comfortable and your body's aching and your hips are hurting from sitting, I don't sit. Right? I don't sit. I'm up and I go. So when I'm sitting for a long period of time or laying, my body starts to be like, yeah, that hurts. So I it it's it's a lot. So I become a little bit irritable. Like, do you need? I don't need anything. I need to feel better, and you can't make that happen. So stop asking. You know what I mean? It's just I didn't say that, but
But no, but I've
I
noticed
would
that
have.
the approach is this. The approach is I should come to you and I should say, is it okay if I connect to how you feel? I
Yeah.
should ask for permission instead of trying to get myself to feel it because I think sometimes you feel like your feelings are too much.
Yeah.
So you try to reel them back.
Like,
Whereas I'm like,
no,
just
you
let me.
can't feel this. I won't let you feel this.
Uh, when you say that, you're
Absolutely
rejecting
not.
me. So I don't want you to
I want you to
reject
feel
me. I
this.
just want you to,
It's
I want
horrible.
you to be okay with me being connected to how you feel. That's the big aha that is so hard to see because you're up here trying to be activated and up here trying to do things while the other person could be in their feelings while you're up there and you don't see yourself abandoning those feelings that they're trying to get you in here
Oh,
for.
right.
So it's almost like you can't see it.
Right.
You become blind to it. You start to shut down in it. You
Right.
don't, there's just so many different variables to this. There's a billion different combinations. The cool thing is you're sitting in front of a connectionist. So I'm going to keep connecting things to connect you back to where you got disconnected.
Right.
If we find that and that feeling comes up and connection occurs, you can't have that feeling again the same way. That's why you need your pain. Your pain is for you to have connection, not run away from it. Don't do bad things to your pain. Don't even judge your pain. Don't tell yourself a story about your pain. Your pain is necessary to reset your mind. If you don't trust your pain, your mind is already dictating what kind of connection you're not going to have.
Right.
It's already telling you. It's telling you it's going to dangle in front of you like a carrot telling you, you can have this, but you're not in your feelings. And I'll never tell you that because I don't know what feeling is. That's what thinking does. So it's almost it's a powerful experience to kind of go through that.
Yeah.
Did we saw 1111B?
11:11.
Yeah. So Alshon, if you would like to do the 30-minute, I believe we also had who else was in here? We were just talking to Leo. I did post a link there. So if you guys want to set up 30 minutes, come talk to us for 30 minutes. It's connection. You can't go wrong if you're running towards connection. You only stay away from it and you keep looking at the stars and you're looking at the tarot and you're looking at all the information of what a twin flame should be. You are so far away from the actual connection when you're in your head. Goal is to get into your feelings, but who knows how to get you into their feelings?
Right.
That's why we're here. So there's a point where connection is needed. Yes, just booked with us. Awesome. So we look forward to speaking to you. You guys, this has been so awesome. And Heather, you've been so, let's see, I would explain that the pain feels like a 2nd-degree burn.
Oh, yeah, with fibromyalgia.
Fibromyalgia.
Yeah. That stuff's no
We're going to
joke.
send, if everybody could send Heather B.
Healing.
Let's send
energy.
Heather Bear. Let's send Heather Bear healing energy for her fibromyalgia, for her pain, for COVID. You don't definitely want to get COVID while you got that going on. So we're definitely all going to stay connected to you. So hopefully we can send you energy and know that we're all feeling it at the same time. So that's connection. Oh, so Heather B's in 2 places. That's nice.
It's not too late here. Like it's I mean, we're in Eastern Standard Time.
11:14.
So I'm talking to City Cat.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like 11:14, but man, our days consist of
Connection.
a lot. Yeah. So, and I'm still recovering. I'm pretty much better, but I still get a little bit tired. I don't get tired normally. I could do 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, go to bed, and as long as I can sleep in,
As
I'm
she
cool.
yawns. As she yawns. I don't know, guitar.
There it goes.
All right, there we go, Winnie the Pooh.
There it goes.
We love you
It's
too,
starting
Sino.
to deteriorate over here.
We are party animals.
It's starting to deteriorate.
I
over
love
here. When I say 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning, I mean I gotta sleep till like 2 the next day, and I can't be doing nothing exciting because I'll break a hip.
And
I'm old enough, I'll break a hip.
there's never a truth that it's not meant for you. If you've been through a lot of relationships, but still want love, if you notice, you said relationships don't equate to love.
Right.
So what you need is a connection. So be, or is it what was it Ocean? Okay, so look for what you're telling yourself to find out how you got in that trap. That trap is what we can uncover that in the 30 minutes. In the first 3 minutes, I'll already be able to uncover it. And then we'll be able to connect it. And then we'll be able to pay attention to why it showed up and why relationships are so difficult. If you know the core, then you just pay attention to how it feels, you'll start to heal. But it's really not as simple as that. I know I'm making it sound simple, but it
No,
does.
You're not making it sound simple.
Well, you got to traverse the mind and what the mind's going to try to do around
Right.
it. One day we'll smoke a J, Sherry. I know.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
CeeLo.
Who is that?
Look at you, CeeLo. Why are
Don't
you
threaten me?
You know what, CeeLo? You should have been her twin then.
One day. That
Yeah.
don't sound like a day of the week. I used to get you on that all the time. Oh God, y'all used to drive me nuts. We're gonna be together someday. Oh, you know what? Someday I'm gonna get my shit together. Someday is not a day of the week, Lee. I just want you to know that. Come back to me when on Friday we'll be together. On Tuesday we'll go to lunch. On Wednesday we'll watch a show. And on Friday, I'm going to hang out with my boys. But on Monday, I'll come back. That's a day of the week. Someday. Someday.
Yeah. It's
sounds like when you ring a bell and it goes ding. Yeah. Someday.
Well, you know why I did that. I mean, I think it's all obvious why. I mean, it's the same thing that we see with everybody we see.
Mm-hmm.
It's time versus connection, not time and connection. Time versus connection. Connection doesn't know what time is. So if we're in time, can't have connection.
Right.
If we have connection, we don't know what time it is.
Right.
It's almost like
right.
You know more in connection than you do when you're in time.
Right. Somewhere over the rainbow. Thank you, Heather.
Yeah, I haven't been able to feel anything in my heart lately. It's weird. It's because you need connection, Ocean. CeeLo, I get you so much, Sherry. Oh,
you do, CeeLo.
Yeah. It's like when some people say, "I'll think about it." Okay, so no. Yeah, I mean, when they say they'll think about it, yeah, that's funny.
Well,
Teresa Blackburn.
You go off and think about Teresa Blackburn.
No yawning. What?
Let me tell you something. Teresa Blackburn, don't you go nowhere. I'm going to tell you why.
In trouble.
I might be addicted to your channel. I might be. I'm just saying. If I was ever addicted to anything, I am addicted to Starbucks. But I like watching your channel. Oh no.
Yeah.
And you're still hot. So go ahead. She is hot.
Who?
Teresa Blackburn's adorable.
Yeah.
I just love her. I love her. But I'd be watching your channel, sneaking in there watching it. Like I don't.
You stop stalking her.
I do.
You're telling me out loud. You're sitting right next to me. Telling me you're stalking her.
I don't leave her like emojis or anything.
Well.
But I will.
Yeah, Teresa. See what you done started, Teresa. See.
Mm-hmm. Remember when we knew Teresa and I had no tattoos? And now I've got more than you.
Yeah.
I've got more than you, girl. Don't think I don't. I had none.
She's got 2 sleeves. She's crazy.
Yeah,
she
over.
She went. And then she went to her legs.
And then I burn it up.
Right.
But I did. I got sleep.
Then she fire marshal build herself.
Then I caught it on fire.
Let me tell you. Oh, Jesus.
My gosh.
Now I'm yawning.
You gotta learn.
3:19 p.m. I'm also drinking coffee. Oh, kitty.
3:19 p.m. Where are you at? What part of the country are you in? 3:15 p.m.
Oh no, 3:19 p.m. That is Cat. Our cat.
Our cat?
From Australia. It's 3:15 tomorrow, right?
Oh,
right
wow.
Now? Yeah. That's about right.
Hi, cat.
Yeah. Badass tattoos are addicting too. I met someone new, you guys. We're friends right now, and I'm grateful
They
for
are,
that.
Teresa.
Good, good, CeeLo. CeeLo, try seeing if you can let somebody connect to how you feel. Australia,
I'll
Canberra,
try.
Sydney time. Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing new. It was tomorrow. So they're in the future. Yeah. That's don't think about it.
Tell us what the future holds.
Well, tomorrow is probably no better than today. Well, anyway, we
Yeah, we're
love you
gonna
guys.
go.
You know
We're
what?
gonna go.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna.
go,
It's gonna
but we're gonna be
start
back.
getting
We're gonna
delirious
be
around
back.
here.
You know what?
Delirious.
We're gonna be back. Look, if you don't subscribe, if you don't follow us, if you don't get notifications, we will be back this
Yep.
week. We will post a few hours ahead of time so you'll know. That way, if you have any questions, or if you just want us to answer a question, you want us to shoot an email, or you want us to do a soul chat or anything, please don't forget you can always email us relationshipreinvent@gmail.com.
We will be posting these retreat dates
Yep.
that we are offering these retreats.
Yes.
So if you're interested in retreating with us here in our energy, February 27th through March the 2nd. That's Thursday through Sunday. Thursday, arrival Thursday, departure on Sunday. March 20th through the 24th or March 28th through the 31st. It's all the same. Thursday, arrival, and Thursday night, Friday night,
3 nights,
Saturday
4
night,
days.
3 nights, 4 days.
Yep.
All the details you don't have to worry about. We got it. We know
Yes.
what we're doing.
They're going to be very connected. It's different. Doing Zooms, doing FaceTime, doing all of the different ways that we have connected have been really beautiful. But we have seen just huge shifts and changes when we've gone and we've traveled. We didn't get the chance to do that, but we figured we got to stay safe, and having them coming into our home environment does that because we have a lot of safety measures for that. So I really feel really good about this. I'm really excited about this. We're really excited about Ministry of Connection. I mean, this is going to be, this is our mission. We know what we're here to do.
Whatever that was on TikTok. Thank you. Who is this?
Just sent a gift.
Oh, that's so sweet. Hi, Christina here. Hi, Christina. That's so cool. Thank you.
Number 2, Liam's mom.
Liam's mom
Became the number 2 member on the team.
Oh,
okay.
Is that can't be a coincidence, right? I
Just
know a
got the number
Christina
1
who has a
gifter badge.
grandson.
Nice.
She has a grandson, Liam.
More? I think so.
I don't know. Is that you?
Christina King?
Oh, that is you. How are you?
Yes, we know each other.
Oh, gosh,
Look
it's
at
been
you
a really
finally.
long time.
I designed a glass dish this morning.
Probably before I was
It's a
sick. Was
baking
it?
glass?
Gosh, it's been
Maybe.
before I was sick
There's a
that I
shift
talked to you, I think.
Hmm.
What happened?
No, Kitty Cat was saying I dropped a glass dish this morning.
Yeah.
Doesn't breaking glass mean there's a shift coming?
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of shifts coming, a lot of changes coming, girl. A lot. This, first of all, let's kiss this retrograde's ass goodbye. Like, see ya. It was a
I was all sensual.
fucking nightmare. And I'm glad it's over. Get it the hell out of here. It's the reason why we came on here is to kiss its ass goodbye.
We wanted all of y'all to
Freaking
join
nightmare,
us.
man.
Between the drones in the sky and retrograde, we were done.
Retrograde, I think it was you using that claw, just a claw on that one nerve that I have left, swinging on it like Tarzan naked. That's what you were doing. Shit flying everywhere. It's smacking all the other nerves in the way.
You know, the beautiful thing about, I'll say this again, retrograde is great for pain. If you want to have a healthy relationship with your pain, retrograde is going to come along, especially Mercury, and they're going to make sure that your relationship with your pain is very noticeable by you. So if you're not paying attention to what you're going through and you're just going to stay in your head and you suffer, you could choose the pain to stop suffering. It's just a choice. It's a hard choice, but it's a choice.
She says she has 4 grandkids now, or 6 grandkids now. Oh,
wow. Okay.
Goodness.
All right.
Whoa, that was fast.
She's got baby making machines over there.
Saying. Now, is there a retrograde to get Oh.
Now, is there a retrograde to get rid of Trump? Just asking.
We can't talk about politics, but maybe. I don't know.
Well,
there's a retrograde for everything.
There's an opening for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We desperately need change. no matter what kind of change it is, hopefully it rocks our foundation. So we have to be connected to one another. It could also completely disconnect all of us. I guess we just have to pay attention to which way connection can go. I believe that it's up to all of us to decide connection, not just one. I mean, we're going to try it from our end and try to spread it, but I believe that there's got to be a significant shift in order for all of this to make sense.
Yeah.
It's going to be time for us to start caring about what we feel instead and less about what we think. Because when your feelings aren't being answered, you can't have connection.
That is so true.
What?
When your feelings aren't connected to you, or when your feelings aren't, what was the word you used? You
answered?
Yeah, you can't feel connection.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys are the ducks nuts.
I've heard that before.
You're
Bees
awesome.
Needs
and
dirt.
Love you to pieces. Oh, Clinton, we love
Bees
you too, man. That was
ducks
awesome.
nuts.
That was awesome.
Bulls balls.
Yeah. Maybe we should do our next video. Should be ducks nuts.
Ducks
Yes,
nuts.
it should be. Yeah.
We'll name it after you, Clinton.
Caleb. It's been
Caleb.
7 years since my TF came and went. The last few months have been insane. I just feel lost at this point. Let's do 30 minutes.
Yep.
Here, let me post this on here. Caleb, let's get you back where you need to be.
What's Teresa saying?
Follow that link. If you click that link, it'll set up for 30 minutes. We'll sit down with you. We'll get you connected in 30 minutes. At least then you have a clear vision of what you need to do for yourself to fix whatever it is that's going outside of you. Because it starts inside.
Remember when
this is an inside connection that everybody's trying to be outside for.
Remember when my nose started itching and running in a video a couple of years ago, and I was wiping my nose? I do that. We got a comment that I was doing cocaine. First of all, let's step on the scales and see that I'm not doing cocaine. Right?
Thank you, A. Westmoreland. We love you too.
The Manjaro's enough. I'm on Manjaro. If I was on cocaine, I'd be freaking skinny already. Oh, and the house would be clean. Let's go there. And the laundry would be done, and I would not be on it.
You have me. You have me for that anyway. So if you look at it, the laundry got done today.
The laundry got done while I was sick too, and that was pretty freaking amazing.
Well, see, the thing is when you're connected,
that was freaking amazing.
When you're connected, I feel it's almost like if I stopped, I know you would keep going. Yeah. If you stop, I keep going. But then we meet.
Yeah.
There's always that. I can feel everything that you need to do, and I pace myself to get everything both done. That's how connection works, because the feeling needs to stay the same for you to heal.
And y'all, I'm telling you what, with this room being done, it's just made the biggest mess.
Yes, and if you can click the link, if you'd love to sit down and chat. Remember, this is about the connection to yourself. No, let me make this simple. If you're coming in, know that you're coming in to heal something. Don't come in with the mindset that you're going to tell on this other person because you're telling on yourself. Come in knowing I'm going to heal something and come out of this and know how to connect to it. Yeah. If you go into it that way, you come out of it greater. You come out with something greater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So definitely click that.
How long have we been on here now? 2 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours. 2 minutes. This could have been the longest live we've ever done. And we've been doing this for 15 years.
You know what though?
We haven't been doing this for 15 years. How long have we been doing it?
But we had to go do some deep undercover. 14, we need 12, to go do the healing and go see why the healing isn't connecting 14. To make everybody get this connection. Because the connection isn't all the stuff they're written. If they're writing about twin flames, they're not writing about this connection. Yeah. That's the connection is here. What we're sharing here is the connection. What that is out there is keeping you from what's in here. I don't know if that makes any sense, but they could tell you, stay out of your head. This, you're going to be your thoughts. Listen to your heart. They're going to tell you all that stuff is not going to get you connected. What you've been through is going to get you connected. What you've deeply felt is going to get you connected. If they don't know that path, they're steering you the opposite direction. So know that what you feel needs connection. You're not going to trust connection if you don't trust that somebody can feel it with you. So let's see.
We must have gotten in trouble.
No, it says we're not eligible.
It says live restricted available. I don't know what happened.
Who knows?
Can you guys still see us on TikTok?
I think it might have been 2 hours.
Somebody maybe we went over. I don't know. TikTok's acting crazy. Like, I don't know.
Okay, you set it up for Friday. It's been 7 years. Okay, Caleb, let's do this. Leo
Okay.
just signed up for the. Okay, we'll talk to you. We'll definitely get you guys in, and we look forward to talking to all of you. Yes, and it was so awesome hanging out with all of you guys.
So awesome hanging out with you guys
so much. We needed this, and we felt you guys needed us too. And if you're watching the replay, that goes for you too. If you need to connect, we got 30 minutes. If you want to talk, you can also email us relationshipreinvent@gmail.com. It's almost 2025, y'all. That means we've got some changing to do. We got some connecting to happen. So we've got to make this happen in a very strong way in 2025.
We should have did a 2025 or a New Year's Eve retreat. That would have been awesome.
Well, maybe that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a live webinar sometime soon, right?
We are doing a live free webinar.
Free webinar soon. Yeah. We're deciding on what it's going to be. If you'd like to sign up for that, if you'd like to sign up for the live free webinar, please just email and we'll put you on the list. And when we get the time and everything set, we'll send it out. So that way, you know, when we're doing it, you can come on and join us on Zoom. It is going to be streamed on YouTube. So if you don't even have to turn the camera on if you don't want to. If you just want to come in, talk, and just talk to us, or even call, because we're going to have that number up as well. We will love to connect with you. So definitely stay connected.
I'm going to go do what CeeLo said. And then then take a bath. Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a bath or shower real quick. And then we're going to chill out for a little bit before our evening ends. And thank you guys for watching so much. We love you so much. We're just now over here on TikTok. And we've been on TikTok for a minute, just doing stupid little TikTok things. But did we get it? Did we miss a call?
I was trying to keep it open so I could get it. Hold on, I'll check.
We missed a call.
Yeah, we did. If you tried to call us 1110, try to call us back real quick. It was a 281 number. If you called from 281, please call it back. We'll take that call real fast.
I don't know why we didn't hear it.
I don't know.
Your phone's not turned
on. You know what? That'll make no sense. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, if you called from a 281 number, please call back. We'll take your call. We may not even be live for it, but we'll take your call.
You really will.
Yeah. So, damn. Would be fun to hear a call.
Is that who is that?
Susan? That was you? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Is it okay to call you back? Can I call you back?
Lee's gonna call you back. Lee's gonna call you back.
Can I call you back?
Wait a minute.
Okay, call you back.
Fun. Wait a minute.
Here we go. She said we can call her back.
Oh, here we go. We're taking a call. Oh, I don't get to play with my phone.
Hello?
Can you hear us now?
I can, but it went onto my laptop, so I'm wondering how I can get it onto my phone. But it's fine. Sorry. So I just got really nervous, and then I just didn't. I was like, oh, maybe next time.
Oh.
Am I live?
You are.
You are?
You hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you not want to be live?
Do you not want to be live? Huh?
Do you not want to be live?
Do you not want to be live? No, I can be live.
Oh, well, all right.
Oh, all right. I'm just really nervous right now for some reason.
That could be connection.
What was that?
You could be feeling connection.
The nervousness is the connection, or is the disconnection?
How do you let people connect to you when you're nervous?
In my personal life?
Yeah, did you notice how you went up a high pitch and you felt something in your body with the question?
I hear the reverb too.
Yeah, it is. It's echoing.
Yeah.
So I took acting classes, and I just, for some reason, when I called you guys, I was like, I just got so nervous like that again. I've been vomiting, so I just thought that was weird because I haven't been nervous like that in a very, very long time.
Yeah, well,
It makes you nervous when you feel like you might be feeling something a little painful.
I feel like I'm okay with my pain, but maybe it's about being seen.
yeah. Why aren't you allowed to be seen?
What was that?
Why aren't you allowed to be seen?
don't know. And then I get really like fuzzy brain like this. I have not been like this since like my acting classes. So I'm just like, whoa. Okay, I still have like a lot of
So where other child came out. Makes sense. Because you started with a kid, and then she stopped. She didn't tell us the story of what happened. So that child came forward, but then they felt like they were going to be under some kind of pressure.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. That sounds wow, that was really good. It's like there's like I was really scared as a kid. Like it's like everything was just like very timid. And I just kind of like inched my way through. But then I also have like a lot of courage, you know? So I don't know.
Is this affecting your connection?
With, well, I've been in some like toxic connections, but I haven't seen my twin flame since the awakening for like, I had an awakening on New Year's 2022. And, yeah, I've been working on myself and healing and resting. And now I'm like trying to kind of like get my work together. And I've been meaning to like get a coach, but then my finances are all like I'm just kind of like flat zero right now. And I'm just kind of starting to work on my practical life and kind of getting things together.
Okay.
How long have you been in this connection?
22.
With my twin flame?
Yeah.
Yeah. I met him September of 2021, and the awakening happened New Year's 2022, like that day, New Year's Eve.
So right outside of the pandemic.
Yes.
And then you finally come face to face on New Year's.
New Year's, we were hanging out, and I was like, hoping to like find my person. I had just moved back from New York, had a karmic connection out there that I still had PTSD from, and I didn't realize that, but I knew I was a wreck. But I had moved back to Houston, and I was like, okay, I'm just kind of like starting my life over, and I'm like in my late 30s, so I feel like a complete failure. Nothing worked out in New York City, and then we met, and I'm like, okay, like I'm just trying to get married and blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to get married before 40, all that. And then the awakening happened. And then it's just been all of that, like learning about twin flames, going deeper into, spirituality and stuff. And
how about going into a deeper connection to yourself?
Yes, I want that. I mean, would you say if like I had a deeper connection with myself, I wouldn't have been nervous to call you guys? Like this I'm like, wow, I'm just really nervous. Like I can feel my voice shaking talking to you guys.
That's vulnerability now.
Oh, so that's good.
Yeah, you're in a space where you're sharing the truth. You're just seeing. It seems like you're blurry about what the truth is.
Oh.
So why don't we do a 30-minute? Because that could be something. That could be something we can unlock pretty quick.
Yeah, I wanted to do that, but I just kind of like I don't have money to pay for coaching.
No, 30 minutes is free.
No, we can do a lot in that 30 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Just as long as like just to let you know, like my finances are just
zero
right now, and I didn't want to like kind of start something with you guys, and then like
Well, here's the thing, Susan. You need connection.
Mm-hmm.
We want to connect.
Okay.
Okay. So if you can accept connection in that way, there's an exchange there, and that's just as important. How you feel matters. Okay.
Okay.
So know that there's value in how you feel.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's we can give you 30 minutes for that value of your feelings. We promise you.
Okay. I'm gonna sign up.
Yes,
Okay.
please do that.
Okay.
Awesome. And thank you for calling.
Thank you so much.
We got to work out this reverb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, we'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
We're gonna work out that reverb,
Yeah.
and we're gonna
yeah.
work out that echo, and so
How's
yeah,
that
if you're
wave
out
again?
there and you want a 30-minute, please please get a hold of us, because there's a whole lot to be done in 30 minutes for real. Can
A lot can happen. A lot can change.
mhm,
We've seen huge success in doing that because it is about connection.
Mhm.
We want you to walk away with connection, and we get it. It's hard to navigate if you don't have knowing that we do this. This is the only thing that does anything for us. We do that for a living. We wanted to do that, but we wanted to also keep creating connection no matter what way we did it. So
yeah.
as long as it's not, want to challenge and stay in our head through the whole thing, this is about your feelings. You need connection to your feelings, and you need to pay attention to what your feelings are trying to tell you in the connection. And sometimes it's not easy to do. So we found ways to do that, to help at least identify what the feeling is, then pay attention to what the feeling can give us.
We are really gonna go,
Yeah.
because I am gotta get in a shower,
I thought you was taking a bath.
a bath.
Yeah.
I gotta wait till Cameron gets out of the shower is what I was trying
Good
to say.
morning.
And
Hi, Randall.
thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. Catch the replay.
Yeah, you can email us at relationshipreinvent@gmail.com with any of your questions. If you're interested in retreating with us, then send that, or send us an email. We'll get back with you with all the information. We've got a free webinar coming up.
Yep.
That we're going to be posting and offering you.
And you also can email if you want to be on the list for the webinar.
Mhm.
It'll be here, like I said, on YouTube, but we're going to be doing it in Zoom, so we can get up to like 50 people, I think.
Yeah, something like
So
that.
it should be really eye-opening, because we're going to kind of talk about 3 things that are really, really important in connection, and they will help guide you through some parts that you might find difficult otherwise.
Thanks for being here, Heather.
Yeah.
You were awesome. And
Yeah,
Christina,
B, it
if
was
you're still
awesome.
there, it was so really cool to see you.
And Teresa, we miss you.
And Teresa, we do miss you. CeeLo, I'm going to go do what you promised we were going to do
You're
together.
welcome, Susan.
And we haven't done that yet, so I'm going to have to do it by myself.
Oh,
And
Randall, thank you. Sending healing and energy back to you.
yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
I love everybody.
So we will see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Stay connected.
Oh, I guess I got to hit this